Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Routledge History of Literature in English part 28. So let's dive in the world of literature. Today we will be talking about well-known romantic poets, and those are William Blake, William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge. So let's start with William Blake. William Blake achieved little fame in his own lifetime, but in the 20th century, he came to be recognized as a poetic genius. Blake wrote that without contraries is no progression, and we can find that in the poem The Marriage of Heaven and Hell, and much of his other poetries. Then he also wrote his epic poem Milton. Then he also wrote The Tiger and the Lamb, and here are few lines that is given in the book of the poem The Tiger. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Then he also wrote Songs of Innocence and Experience, published separately in 1789, Songs of Innocence, and 1793, Songs of Experience, and they both were together published in 1794. Then he also wrote The Chimney Sweeper, in which he talked about the young children, how they were sent in the chimneys for cleaning it. He also wrote the poem London, in which he refers to the system as the result of mind-forged manacles. Now comes William Wordsworth, as we have talked in the previous video as well, that he alongside Samuel Taylor Coleridge wrote lyrical ballads in which there were 23 poems. 19 poems were written by William Wordsworth and 4 poems were written by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Now let's talk about William Wordsworth. He wrote poems such as Sonnet composed upon Westminster Bridge in 1802. Then he also wrote The Old Cumberland Beggar and The Leech Gatherer, characters of a low social position not normally represented in Augustan poetry. William Wordsworth also wrote his autobiographical poem The Prelude, published in 1805, and then the later version was also published in 1850 after his death, published by his wife Mary. One of its original titles was a poem on the growth of an individual mind. Do remember it. Then he also wrote poems such as Tintin Abbey and Ode Intimations of Immortality, in which Wordsworth records a personal search for the moments of insight and understanding which he believed only nature could give. And there are many lines given in the book of the poems by William Wordsworth, William Blake, and Samuel Taylor Coleridge. So do read the lines, it is very much important. Now comes Samuel Taylor Coleridge. One of his best known poems is The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, and this poem is also the part of the lyrical ballads. And in this poem only you will find the lines water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. Then he also wrote the poem Christabel, which is full of mystical and supernatural elements. Then he also wrote the poem Kubla Khan. The subtitle of the poem is A Fragment, and these poems are unfinished. And then he also wrote Dejection, an ode. Then he also wrote Frost at Midnight, and this poem was written for his son whose name was Hartley. Then he also wrote This Lime Tree, Bar My Prison. And do also remember that William Wordsworth also wrote a long poem, The Exclusion. If you have any doubts or query, you can ask me in the comment section below, or you can even message me in the social media IDs that are given below in the description box. And do share the video to all those who wants to be the part of this literary journey. So that's all for today's video. Thank you and signing out.